How much ancient debris can you get from 1,298 blocks of TNT? Today, we're going to find out. And I hope this works. Ooh. Oh. Oh. That is a lot of lava. I'm slightly lost for words here. Fire resistant potion. Let's go have a quick peek about. Oh my god. This is insane. What have I just made? I don't even see that much ancient debris about. I mean, there's a few pieces here and there, but holy crap. What in God's name have I done? Wait, there's gas down it. Oh my god. Welcome back to another episode of my ultra hardcore Minecraft survival series. I hope you enjoyed that mini segment of me using some of the gunpowder from our farm that we made in the last episode. If you're new around here and have no idea what I mean by ultra hardcore, I suggest going to the first episode of this series where I explain in depth how the world functions. In today's episode we are going to be finally making a bridge leading across to our house from the main island. It's going to be another episode jam-packed with cinematic building, so sit back, relax and enjoy the episode. I may have been shot a few times with an arrow or two. But yes, we have managed to get 34 ancient debris. There may be a few more scattered around what I missed and potentially in the lava. I did try to check all the lava blades, what like dropped down. But it's so much lava. It's way too much lava. I think I used too much TNT and it kind of shooted upwards instead of just diagonally. As you'd expect in a survival world, you need to collect the resources to build your buildings. Quite simple, but it's something that has to happen. So, as you can see in the background here, there is plenty of footage of me collecting all the materials just to prove it, just in case anybody wants to know about that. I just want to add also that there's two changes what are happening on the world. We've got a new resource pack which used to be called texture packs, but it essentially just changes so the sky has a different texture, so it looks pretty cool, especially at night time. So if you see that, you'll know why it's there now. Also, Optifine is finally installed, and this obviously helps out with the frame rates, and it also just improves the general quality of the glass, which I wanted, so the fog effect looks a lot better, and also the creeper farm looks better. So in terms of materials we need to gather, we've got to gather some stone bricks, we've got to gather plenty of concrete, different coloured. We also need to get a lot of crimson wood, which is a bit of a challenge to collect, but that is the main roof what we're going for in this building. The final material we actually need to collect is spruce wood, and that's because we're going to be using a lot of barrels, and we're actually going to be using some of it on the roof to keep it detailed. The first thing we're actually going to be building is the bridge across to the building. So I've actually spent a lot of time designing the bridge. I've actually designed the building which is going to be connecting with the bridge, because the bridge doesn't work if it was just connecting to the ground, so I wanted it to be into a house, and I've decided what type of house it's going to be. It's actually going to be our main storage area, because we do have a bit of storage in the roof of this building, but it's definitely not enough for the amount that I've been collecting. So I'm going to get on with the bridge. And with that time lapse complete, here is the bridge. Obviously I haven't built the building yet. I've kind of started with what I'm going to be actually doing around the island with the beaches. So I've kind of just put it here just because it expands the land, and also the building is going to be on top of this. But anyways, yeah, so we've got some of the crimson wood, we've got a lot of planks, we've actually got some crimson roots, we've got some iron bars with the, I forgot what they're even called to be honest. End rods? Yeah, end rods on top of them for lighting, because obviously we actually do need to light this up in comparison to the rest of the island, just because when it comes to the ocean blocks like here and it's a full block, this actually can spawn mobs on top of it. So I've had to light it up in my own way and kind of made it a bit more unique rather than it just being lanterns. So I think it looks pretty cool. And then obviously we have the underneath bit where it kind of has some of the poles coming through, following from where the actual little fences are, so it kind of looks pretty cool. I think the top and the bottom look very nice. It kind of suits it. Obviously there's a bit of holes in it, it's a bit rickety. But I'm very, very happy with how it turns out, the bridge. It took a while to translate this from a different world into this, obviously having to build it up and kind of generally guess where everything was. But I think it's turned out well. And now we've got to go on to the rest of the build. So I'm going to get just the exterior done, and then I shall get back to you. After many hours of trying to figure this out, this has been awful trying to build. The majority of the exterior is done. We've still got the windows to put in, and then we've also still got some little details here and there, especially on this front part, and also this bit which I haven't necessarily finished what I want to do here, because there's going to be a raised up entranceway as well, so that's over here. But yeah, it's pretty much finished the outside, the majority of it. Anyways, it's taken so long to do this. I obviously underestimated again how many materials. I actually just about had enough materials to do it, but I underestimated how many it actually was going to use. There's so many things that actually went wrong with it just because it's hard to navigate, especially like how big it is and where every block needs to be, especially like the roof, and there were certain bits which just wasn't matching. Like at first this was all one block too many that way and it just didn't make sense, and then ended up being too many this way, and then it was the same with the roof, and I wasn't really having a fun time with it, but we finally got it constructed, and yeah, I'm happy with how it looks. I hope you guys actually like what it looks like. There's obviously going to be a lot more greenery added onto it just to kind of give it a bit of life, because at the moment it is very, very bland, other than obviously the colourful roof. There's definitely going to be some doors here. This is going to be like the underground bit, and then we're going to have a staircase coming up here onto the main floor, and then there's going to be this little extra area, and then there's going to be another staircase going up into the next area, the roof. That's kind of just how I build stuff. I like to have 3 layers of it, plenty of room, and there's plenty of obviously areas for storage. I haven't necessarily designed the interior completely, other than just how the layout is for the rooms. But yeah, I mean, we've got that to get onto now, so I'm gonna start putting in the glass. So, Are you guys and girls ready for the final reveal? So I'm going to walk around and I'm just going to talk over whilst we're going over the different areas. I've not 100% finished the interior, but the majority of it is done. So let's just jump into it. And I don't know how to flip my camera. Okay, so here we go. And as you can see, there will be some footage rolling of me running over this bridge whilst I'm talking over it. But we've added all the foliage around the front of it. We've added a lot of grass. We've added a lot of grass around the area just because I wanted it to kind of look like it actually will do when I transform all of it. I did a lot of leaves, a lot of vines across it as well, and then we've done some of the interior on the first floor, the ground floor I would guess, and then there's the underground bit. It's just a little bit of a here and there. We still need to get some plants and stuff inside of it, but we don't actually have the stuff for that yet. The layout's very nice and simple. I've got a lot of work to do just to add it and fill it up so it actually looks nice. But the majority of the storage is pretty much done, and I can add more into it, and I'm very happy with the amount that I actually have. So we've got a lot of barrels and we've got a lot of chests down underneath here, and it looks very, very cool. I do want to add some cobwebs here and there, and maybe some dripping vines, the crimson roots, I believe it's called, just to give it a bit of life inside here. But overall, it kind of gives off the effect that I want as being like a storage system. I can obviously just put whatever item in an item frame over here, and then obviously just fill up the chest with that one item. I can have like food, I can have glass, I can have dirt, I can have stone. So there's plenty of different areas to improve. And then I've got this little exterior bit here, and I'm going to be creating paths across as I want to do through here. In the next episode, we're actually going to be doing a lot of work. Obviously this took a long time to do, so it was a bit longer wait for my episode to be uploaded. But I think the other one's going to be probably longer, and I'll be doing probably a lot of live streams. It's not going to be the most fun of live streams, but the plan is to actually overhaul this entire thing. So I want to get all the grass collected, put them all in the storage, and then literally transform this entire island with grass. And it's going to take a very, very long time to do, but I think it'll definitely be worth it. And I've actually got some designs gone for what I'm going to be doing for the trees. And then I've got some other surprises to show in the next episode, and I really can't wait to start building it because it's really just going to bring this entire island to life. And yeah, I can't wait. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode. It's a bit different. It's a lot of footage of me just building, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. So I shall catch you in the next episode.